Good evening everyone and welcome to another beer review. Tonight we have got a new glass. You know me, you know I like my glasses. So I saw one of these ones came up on the Brewpub website. Went straight for them. If you do not know about these are specially designed IPA glasses. This one in particular is for Jackhammer, Hardcore and Punk actually, so it's all three of the Brewdog IPAs. But I believe these were first produced for Dogfish Head and a couple of others in America. So this one's meant to be the glass that best gives you the aromas, the look, the colour, everything of an IPA. So I was thinking, what should I have in that? I've got plenty of IPAs in, you know I like my IPAs. I've got the Brewdog set of 4 IPAs, dead ones, most recent ones. I thought that's a lot of drinking tonight and I'm not really feeling up for it. So instead I went for an Imperial IPA, which is still a lot of drinking, I understand. And I went for one that's local and one that I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. So this is North Riding Brewpub's Kuhnahenn double IPA, 8.3%. As you can tell, the label's a little bit ghetto. The grammar on the side of it's a little bit ghetto as well, but I shall read it to you. North Riding Brewpub, which is on North Marine Road, Scarborough, in North Yorkshire, so it's only about half an hour away, maybe a bit more, maybe an hour away drive, but it's such a cool place as this Brewpub, and they just do amazing beers. They do such crazy beers. I've had this one at York Beer Festival, but I want to do a proper review of it. So, a very special collaboration beer with Kuhnahenn Brewery from Warren, Michigan. A double IPA made with the finest English malts and lots of American hops. Pale Ale, Munich, caramel malt and wheat malt make up the malt bill, and it's bitted with Simcoe, and grammar's a bit iffy, so it's either bitted with Simcoe and Magnum, or it's bitted with Simcoe, and then Magnum, Centennial, Amarillo and Citra aroma hops. Dry hops in the fermenter with Centennial, Citra and Mosaic, and a final hit of Citra and Mosaic whilst conditioning. So this is an absolute malt bomb. Serve children, enjoy, and raise a glass to Brett and Eric Kuhnahenn. We can't get any Kuhnahenn beers over here in England, but from what I've been told from people who've had them, they're amazing beers, so this is the closest thing I'm going to get this side of the pond. North Riding Brewpub, like I said, this guy is amazing. He makes such fantastic cask ales, and just this tiny little brew house that he's got. The ceiling's literally just above my head, and this guy's huge. He's towering. Big man who wants big flavours. Yorkshire Ales, I won't say .com, might be .co.uk. They stock some of his stuff, so if you want to get your hands on some, go on there, and you'll see when you go on there that the beers he produces are completely atypical, abnormal, and you wouldn't think would sell particularly well to a very traditional English market. But he doesn't care, and he produces it for himself, and he produces it for people who love beer like myself. So here we go, let's crack this open. Oy. Nice hiss when it opens up, and more importantly, let's see where... God, this is going to be interesting, see what this new glass does. As you can see, it fills up in the hand part at the bottom, so I don't know whether it's supposed to give the perfect head or something, but can you see how it fills? Fills interestingly, at least. Humongous amounts of head on it, because it's just so small at the bottom, I think it just froths a lot. But hey ho. Right, so tremendous amount of head, but as you can see, this is a nice deep amber colour. There is so much carbonation in there. That is all bubbles. It's got a little bit of haze to it. I'm not sure if it is bottle conditioned. It could possibly be bottle conditioned. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see when we get down there. But a nice deep amber, deep kind of copper colour. Really thick head on the top of it as well. For argument's sake, it's a 3-finger head. And it smells so nice at the moment. Oh man, right, let's get in there and get some aromas. Oh, yummy, absolutely yummy. I mean, what I can predominantly smell in this is Citra. My absolute favourite hop of all time. This is like the densest, deepest, dankest citrus and tropical fruits. I can smell mango in absolute ridiculous abundance. I'm getting grapefruit, I'm getting oranges, I'm getting passion fruit, I'm getting papayas, a whole... I can't remember the name of the singer. You know, the one who used to wear a fruit bowl on her head, the one the headdresses, that blended and put in a glass. That's what I can smell in this. It's also got some, I'd almost call it grassy and floral notes to it as well. There's that little, like, something sweet, but you just couldn't describe as those kind of fruity flavours, and get more like flowers, more kind of, you know, kind of spicy and earthy in that sense. I mean, what was it around with again? We're thinking Centennial, Amarillo and Citra, so yeah, there you go. It's got a bit of the kind of spiciness from a bit of the Centennial. Amarillo and Citra are absolute fruitacular bombs, so that's what's going into this. Mosaic as well, same thing. It's kind of Mosaic's an amazing hop, I might add, and Citra and Mosaic are well to conditioning too. So knockout flavours in this. You can tell just by the smell. It's knockout. Oh man, can't wait to get into this. Cheers, everybody. Oh. Oh. Happiness is a double IPA, because my good God, this is amazing. You could hardly say it couldn't be. The amount of hops that have been put into this is just an absolute sledgehammer. I mean, I'm drinking it in a glass that says Jackhammer on it. This is a jackhammer of a beer. It's got a really, really deep, rich toffee malt backbone, and you get it almost like a barley wine-esque booziness from the malt. I think IBUs in this must be in the off the Richter scale, past the 100 point easily, because it's just demolishing my entire mouth. My taste buds are bleeding. There is that much bitterness, but it's tempered by that sweet, sweet malt, sweet, deep, rich toffee and molasses malt, and then you get this humongous bitterness that strips your mouth, and then you just get an explosion of tropical fruit flavours, of citrus, of grapefruit. In fact, grapefruit in particular, because that bitterness just, you know, if you bit into a grapefruit, you get that style of bitterness, and you get that sweetness, and then you also get floral and kind of spiciness at the side too. And you know, it lingers so long in the mouth too. It's a good, like, 10-20 seconds of pure extreme flavour. It doesn't relent. Even now, I mean, this must be about 20 seconds since the last drink now. The bitterness is exactly as strong as when I first took a mouthful. I can still taste the hot flavours. The malt sweetness is just clinging onto the tongue, you know, down the sides of the tongue. This is a magnificent, absolutely magnificent example of a double IPA, and it's brewed on my doorstep. As close as it's going to be to my doorstep, an hour away drive, I know, but I can get hold of this easily. This is like a super duper American style double IPA, easily accessible for myself, and it's just everything that I'd want in a beer. It's blooming fantastic. Really, really well done. Honestly cannot say how good this is. Interestingly enough, it was bottled in April best before April 2014, so I'm assuming this was bottled. It doesn't say when it was bottled, but I'm assuming it was bottled about the same time this year, so in April time. Hello again, sorry about that, my camera ran out of battery because I was being so enthusiastic about this beer that I totally forgot to notice it. As I probably wasn't saying, mouthfeel on this beer is a delightful medium body, and then you've also got a really stringent carbonation going on as well. The best thing about this beer, far and away, is just that aroma. It's so pungent. I believe what I was saying was this was bottled perhaps about in April time. The aroma is still coming through now, so strong. I would love to have smelt it just as it was beginning to ferment. This must have stunk out the entire brew house for weeks on end in the best possible way. You know where I'm going with this. This is 9.5 through and through and through and through and through. Such an amazing example of an American-style double IPA. Well done to the Kuhnahenn boys and also North Riding Brewpub. This is amazing. It's a shame, it's such a dire shame that this didn't get any awards, or that North Riding Brewpub didn't get any awards at the local York Beer Fest and the Cameron Sea Royals, because my good lord do they deserve them. So yeah, make sure you check them out, North Riding Brewpub. Like I said, you can find them on Yorkshire Ales online. You can buy some through there. I believe they've even got this particular beer, which I did buy off them actually at the York Beer Festival. So go out and get some, support these guys. Go to the Brewpub, read you the address one more time, 161 to 163 North Marine Road in Scarborough, North Yorkshire. 9.5. Now, if you have managed to get your hands on this, please tell me what you think. If not, ask me any questions you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and I shall catch you all with my funky glass and my amazing beer on the next Bear Beer Reviews. Cheers.